Made on Ridgeway Sports Podcast, episode 6, as we get into another week of our weekly sports podcast. I am Hunter Keister, and I am co-hosted with
K-Mac.
Yes, sir. Back for another week of sports. And, hey guys, before we get this one started, I wanted to give a huge shout out to Anthony over at Shekel Up Podcast. I was on his latest podcast titled The Wolverine, as we just talked to Michigan sports. So go check him out. Link will be in the description. I'll see you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this one. Peace. Starting it off with an instant reaction, 11:30 at night, to the game that we just finished watching, Michigan and Iowa. As there's not a whole lot to cover in the winter months, as Kurt doesn't follow hockey as closely as I do, and we both don't really follow NBA, so we're kind of just making it work. So for this first topic, you're going to hear mostly Kurt's side of how he feels about how Michigan played and his reaction to the game. As Michigan loses, what was it, 7?
If you
need stats, there's stats.
Defense. They had about 50 points at halftime, and they were making everything, and we couldn't make anything. What else is new? Eli Brooks played pretty well. He had a good night, kept us in there. Dickinson gets bodied down low, can't body anybody down low. There's just a outside scorer. Diabate was terrible. 2 for 9. Man, he was getting bodied too. They were getting second chance boards constantly. And those twins were clowning us. They were clowning us, for sure.
He got 7 rebounds in his defense, which was more than everybody but one person on Iowa, which it didn't seem like that. It definitely didn't seem like that in the game.
They couldn't get no rebounds because they weren't missing.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
They couldn't get no offensive rebounds or anything because they weren't missing.
That is very true.
While we were missing.
Well, they should.
And Houston also didn't play very good. So, again, we just don't have any other players in the interior paint that can do anything. That's really what it is, honestly. No outside scoring. It's inconsistent, to say the least. That's for sure. Oh, man. So, we would constantly get within range. And Hunter during the commercial said, we'll get it within 7 and then we'll mess it up. But I was like, yeah, probably. We'll see. What do you know? We start coming back. We're making an 11-0 scoring run. Right off the bat, we get to within 7. 2 turnovers. Not 1. 2 back-to-back turnovers, and that's what killed it. Had chances, but we just beat ourselves. Forced passes, errant throws, and, yeah. That's my hot take. So defense, big letdown. Offense, we already knew we struggled on offense anyways. Let's be honest. So that's all she wrote.
And I'll give you my one-word reaction, and it's pathetic. But on this podcast, I'm going to unveil that I will be starting my own podcast. Along with this one, obviously, we're going to keep this going, but I will be starting my own podcast this weekend, the Michigan Sports Podcast, Trapped in Enemy Territory, as I will be bringing you full Michigan coverage from inside Ohio, inside enemy territory. So I hope you guys are ready for that. More news to come soon on that, but I hope you guys like the logo if you're on YouTube or if you can see this, but I hope you guys like the logo, and yeah. Pathetic is my word. I'm going to tear them a new one when I get on this podcast. I think I'm going to wait. I think I'm going to let them play Ohio State.
Oh, you got to wait till after that one.
Yeah. And then they're going to get either some really good or some average talk, or they're going to get just clowned. And after this one, they deserve it because they did make it look close. But like Kurt said, like I predicted, I just know this team by now. And, man, I literally said...
Inconsistent.
They're inconsistent. I said, watch, they're going to get to 7 points exactly. Because they're gonna make a run. They're gonna make us feel like they're gonna make us feel like they're gonna get back into it. That's exactly what they did. They made some tough shots. They started playing a little bit of defense. Got it down, and just when we started thinking we had a chance again, and then threw 2 dumb passes by some fifth-year senior Devontae Jones, trying to throw it into Hunter Dickinson, and Caleb Houston was hitting shots. He was hot. He should have got the ball more. And I mean, it's a rough loss, and now Columbus and Ohio State become that much more important. But that's all I'm gonna really say on it, as you'll catch my full feedback in my first episode of my podcast, Hunter Keister Michigan Podcast, Trapped in Enemy Territory. Kurt, did you have anything else you wanted to say before we switch gears?
So transitioning into our next topic, we are going to continue what we started last week, and that was previewing NFL divisions. We started out with NFC West last week, so we are going to go flippity-flip to the AFC conference and going to talk about who we think is going to finish where worst to first. So just speaking as of today, or what we think is going to happen, I guess, either or. I got Denver finishing last in the AFC West. So this is the division that consists of Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, and Broncos. So I have the Broncos finishing last. Honestly, they have a solid team. They just need a quarterback. And, if they're throwing all their chips in on Rodgers, then they may potentially, if they get Rodgers, then they're definitely going to the playoffs. So I have them finishing higher. But just speaking for today, Bridgewater's a free agent as well, so their quarterback would be Drew Lock. So that's just another mediocre season.
Yeah.
Solid defense. Surtain is pretty solid. I like him. They did trade Von Miller, but Bradley Chubb needs to stay healthy. But their defense finished pretty good last year, so they would be last for me. Third team, and a fan of this team, actually, we know is not going to be very happy with this, but wait. You know who's coming up next. It's the Raiders.
Yeah.
It's Las Vegas. I got them finished in third. Bad defense. Just bad defense. Start out with Derek Carr. I believe is a free agent. I want to say he is. They might extend him.
Yeah.
They might not. So that's pending. And they got Darren Waller can't stay healthy. They have a good offensive line, but outside of Max Crosby, they don't have anyone on defense.
Yeah.
And certainly nobody that's going to...
Their secondary.
They did finish with 10 wins. They did go to the playoffs, so that's a credit to Derek Carr.
And they were a play away from being the Bengals.
Yeah. It's not a bad thing to finish third. It's just a tough division.
Yeah, it is.
To say the least.
Yeah.
So I got Las Vegas. Not used to saying Las Vegas.
I know, right?
It's brand new. That's kind of weird. Got them finished in third. Okay, so I'm gonna say Denver. I'm gonna say I like them to finish with probably 8, maybe 9 wins. They're not trash. It's just I forgot to mention Devontae Williams. He's gonna be a good running back. So Denver will finish 8 or 9 wins. I'm gonna say Las Vegas. I like them with 10. So that puts me for my second team. I got Los Angeles finishing second. I really think they're gonna try to help their defense a lot because their defense was complete garbage. Nobody in this division really has a good defense except for Denver, which is why they can contend.
Right.
But Chargers, bad defense, but Justin Herbert is the potential is through the roof.
Yeah,
I'm a big fan. Yeah. I think he's already good. He's a bit of a gunslinger, so he'll throw some interceptions, but he makes some really good throws on the move. I like where he can go. They got a good offense. Mike Williams is a pending free agent, so that could be a loss. He started out pretty good last year. Big body receiver. They got Joey Bosa, but on defense, Derwin James can't stay healthy. He did come back this year, but he got hurt during that Chiefs game. I remember after that, they just got slaughtered. They had no secondary. So, got them finishing second. And I'm going to say it's going to be probably 10 wins for them, too. Maybe 11, but they got to really improve their defense. I guess this is pretty cliche to say, but I got the Chiefs finishing first. They've won that division, I don't know, however, like at least the past 4 years, 3 years for sure. And just don't see how they're going to get worse. I think they still have most of their draft picks, as far as I know, so they should be able to get a better defense next year than what it was this year. And maybe the running backs will stay healthy, but their offense is still going to be good. So, and with Mahomes, I'm going to say they'll finish first. I like them with 12 wins. 12 wins. So 12 wins for Chiefs, 10 or 11 wins for Chargers, Raiders 10 wins, and Broncos 8 or 9.
And as for mine, I agree with Kurt. I'll give my records because they're different. But so Denver to me, he said 8 to 9. I could see them between 7 and 9. I could see them having a bad season and being 7-win team, or an average either with 9 wins. But I like Denver to finish in last, and then the Raiders, like Kurt said, to me, 10-win team. They stay healthy. Maybe they squeak out 11 and finish like second or something. But injuries have been a problem. Derek Carr being an impending free agent, it's going to be massive for them if they can re-sign him or not. But they do need to keep addressing that defense because Crosby's going to need some help, and their secondary is really, really bad. As to the Chargers, like Kurt said, I'm a big fan of Herbert too. I dissed on him, I can't even lie. But he's been in the league and he's been great. Him and Josh Allen to me.
We had our doubts on him for sure. When the Chargers picked him, we were like, who?
Yep. Him and Josh Allen to me are two young, really good, underrated, or like really underrated quarterbacks coming into the NFL. Now they're really going to be good. I think that the Chargers finish in second. No more than 11 wins. 10 wins almost kind of sounds good for me there too. But 11 wins is definitely their cap. Nothing more than that, I think. Could they win 10? Could they win 9? I think they win at least 9. So I'll go 9 to 11 on the Chargers. The Raiders, that's that perfect 10-win team. I feel like they're good. They may make the wild card, and who knows, but 10 wins for them, and then 7-9 for those Broncos who just need a quarterback, and if they could get one, they'd probably be close to winning the division.
Yeah, really tough. Really, like, neck to neck.
But that is a really...
Like,
nobody's
division. Way too superior. Like, the Chiefs are obviously the class of the division, but, like, the other teams aren't really that far behind.
Yeah. It's going to be a really tight division, especially as these teams get younger, and, like, they're going to... That division is going to be competitive for a long time. I think that's going to be, like, the new AFC North, just, like, neck and neck every year. I mean, the AFC North ain't going nowhere, but the AFC West is going to be good.
Yeah. And then who we got? So you got the Chiefs first?
Oh, yeah.
Obviously,
I got to talk on the Chiefs a little bit. What'd you say?
I would say, what do you got them with their wins, maybe?
Oh, I'm going to say the Chiefs... 12 wins? 13? I think they're 12 to 13. I think they're going to be really good. They're not really losing anybody. They can use their draft picks to bolster their offensive line that was horrible, and their defense that really needs some more pieces on it. But I still think that Patrick Mahomes can really cover that up well, and Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, and if their running backs can stay healthy, if they get some consistently average defense, you're winning pretty much. And the Chiefs are always going to be a favorite now with Patrick Mahomes in that offense. So I get that finish in the 12 to 13 ballpark, and they win the AFC West for the third or fourth
Probably
year in a
ever
row.
since Mahomes has been starting, they've won that division. So that'd be 2018. So this would be the 4th year in a row.
Yeah. So there's what you got for the AFC West prediction of the division. you guys let us know. Let us know in the comments or wherever you're watching this. If you guys like this, what you guys think of it, and if you have questions, cool. Because I would love to throw fans or community questions in here somewhere and answer some questions you guys have. So throw some questions in the comments, and maybe we'll start doing that.
You mean like a Q&A kind of thing?
Yeah, like a section, community question section or something like that. But as we get into the next topic, we're gonna talk about the hated, once best friends turned hated rivals, UFC 273.
Yeah, I think it's that one.
Covington versus Masvidal.
Yep, Colby Covington, Jorge Masvidal. This is going to be a good fight. Man, I'm mad I'm missing this one. But I think this is probably going to be one of the best fights of the year, and definitely the best fight, in my opinion, so far this year the UFC has put on, in my opinion. I actually like Covington, to be honest. Not a lot of people like him, but I know what he's doing. That's not really who he is. He's trying to draw in more people to watch. So I kind of, his trash talk's like at least kind of entertaining.
Yeah.
But Masvidal, he's really nice too. He just ran into Kamaru Usman. That's all his problem was.
Right.
But I like both these guys. This is gonna be a really good fight. Definitely a lot of fireworks. Definitely gotta watch this. The rest of the card's trash. So just take a nap, get a little just something to drink on, and watch this banger of a fight. I'm telling you.
It's going to be a good one. Masvidal and Covington were on ESPN with Stephen A. Smith, and they didn't have anything nice to say about each other, calling each other every name in the book. Masvidal even claiming that he got kicked out of American Top Team and that he owes Masvidal's coach like $12,000 for a fight that he coached. And that Masvidal said he was going to knock out his fake teeth. And
it's going to be a good one. I don't know how.
Covington was wearing glasses because he didn't want the ladies to see his eyes. He was just trolling, man.
He was
big funny.
troll.
I'll give it to him.
Big
he was
troll.
Funny. I'll give it to him. Kurt, let's get into some fight predictions for this one. UFC 273 main event. Covington versus Masvidal. Who do you have winning, and how do you think that they win?
Oh man, this is tough. I'm gonna say Covington. I think Covington's gonna beat him. I got him finishing Masvidal in round 4.
Really?
Swear, I'm being serious. I think it's gonna be a good fight, though. It could be. Anybody could go down in this fight. It's gonna be fireworks. I'm telling you. Covington isn't the biggest, heaviest hitter, but he's a good volume puncher. So, but Masvidal's got some really good, one shot kind of power. But I don't know. I think it's gonna be. I don't know. I think Covington's gonna clip him the 4th. I think he's the second best for that division. It's just Usman is just pretty good. It's better.
What kind of punch is it? Is it overhand? Is it straight?
I like something with probably like a left hook or something. Something with his left hand. Something on the left side. It's I don't know. It's gonna be good though.
It's gonna be close.
I'm mad I'm not going to see it.
Yeah. It's gonna be close. I think. Masvidal and Covington, UFC 273. I'm gonna take Masvidal here because I despise Covington. I do like his little game that he plays, and I doubt he's like that in real life. Because if he is, you cannot be that just
no.
You cannot be just that awful.
No,
you can't.
It's an act. It's an act.
So he's entertaining, but I'm a big fan of Masvidal and what he came from with the street fighting and all that stuff. I like his game a lot, and like Kurt said, I think nobody really beaten Kamaru Usman. He's one of the greats in that division, and he's gonna have an Anderson Silva type run where he's untouchable, and nobody can really compare to him right now. I would like to see Masvidal maybe get another shot at him, but
he already fought him twice and lost twice.
Oh yeah, he did.
Because remember he stepped in the first time and
I remember that.
Usman was just playing toe tap with him, and then they fought. They fought recently and. He got smashed.
I forgot about that.
He got finished first round, I think.
Yeah, I think it was.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
Crazy.
So, I got Masvidal. I'm going to say he wins it by
Yeah, what you thinking? It's a 5-round fight, so it's good. Who knows?
I'm going to say he wins it.
Early?
I'm going to go with something wild. Start of the 4th round, running knee like he did it, Ben Askren.
Oh, man, that was embarrassing.
Right flying knee. There's my prediction. Start of round 4, flying right knee.
That's something. That's some bold.
There it is.
Dorito chips.
You heard it.
That's
you heard
bold.
it right here.
That's very bold. I don't know if he's gonna come up with something like that, but hey, who knows? People do crazy things at fights. It's crazy. Yeah, I think that's gonna be the best fights of the year for sure. When you look back.
Yeah, that should be. I mean, there's really nothing really booked in stone right now as for good fights coming up. But let's jump into a little bit more UFC, Kurt, because I want to get your thoughts. Conor McGregor came out and said, this was reported by ESPN UFC the other day. He said, I can't wait to fight again. My next title fight or something along those lines.
I think I can't wait for my next title fight or something.
Yeah,
that's what he said.
What do you think of that? Conor already trying to get a title shot and having not the best track record.
Dana's just gonna do what makes sense for the business. This isn't.
It makes all the hardcore
everybody,
fight fans
everybody's gonna be mad.
Conor just jumps the line.
Everybody's mad about it, but it's like, I'm not saying it's right. It's definitely messed up because it's just how it is, though. That's just how the business works. Everybody doesn't care about the bell. Everybody cares about what's going to draw the most attention, which is why
Conor McGregor would definitely draw the most attention.
Yeah,
Dana,
that's just what's
as a businessman, he's going to jump over the list. He's going to say
he's got a love affair with Dana and Conor.
He's going to say, I only got this mega superstar a little bit longer, probably, and so he's going to be like, the list can wait till after Conor fights.
Because after he dips, that UFC's
unless there's somebody like that can draw them in some serious
someone
money.
always comes along, but I'm not seeing anyone in the wings right now, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah. O'Malley, maybe.
I like him, but he's enough to really...
He's done good at...
No, I'm saying, he's been winning, but, he's going to have to really fight somebody. Yeah. Really, really fight somebody. I think he just fought... The last time we watched him was maybe a top 10 opponent? Or maybe it was when his first... I don't remember.
Yeah, I think it might have been a top 10 opponent.
But he cleaned the guy's clock still. Yeah. He was just dicing him up.
Yeah,
that was nasty.
He whooped him.
I don't mind him, but I'm just saying as far as right now goes, I don't watch as much as I used to, though. But, when I know a good fight's coming on, I'll definitely watch it for sure.
Yeah.
But,
and as we jump into our last topic of this episode, we are going to talk about some potential landing spots for the big name quarterbacks, the Russell Wilsons, the Aaron Rodgers, the Garoppolo, Watson. Both big Watsons fans. I've always liked him since Clemson. Everyone thinks it's just because of Ohio State, but I watched him for years at Clemson. I loved him. So I was a big fan of his already, and then
we knew he'd be a dog. We knew he'd be a beast.
Literally, yep. So we're gonna talk about some of the big name quarterbacks, where we think they'll go, to end of the podcast. So Kurt, let's start with Aaron Rodgers.
Honestly, ironically enough, because what I've been hearing, I really believe he's gonna stay in Green Bay. I think he does all this off-season talk for some reason just to try to get what he wants out of Green Bay, and they applaud right to it. Outside of the Jordan Love trade-up, they clap their hands to him because they think he's the savior, which
he ain't really done nothing too special.
Let's be honest, and I was on one of the first ones on this train. I always thought he was overhyped.
Yeah, you really did.
Ever since that Super Bowl run, I said, man, this guy's so overrated. I don't know what it is. I just never liked him, obviously for obvious reasons. But ever since, I remember the next year, 2011, when they were going 15-1, and I watched their games. I rooted so much against them. And when the Giants beat them in the divisional round, I was so psyched.
Coach got the Kurt's got the blood off of Rodgers and the Packers.
Yeah, I don't hate him. Not like a rival, but I definitely he just cracked my team.
Right.
I'm not gonna like the dude.
I get it. I am like that with every single Ohio State quarterback.
I do think he'll stay in Green Bay. He's shown signs to try to show that he wants out, but he's just playing Green Bay. He's playing them like a puppet, and they're about to give him potentially. What I'm hearing is they're about to give him a big time deal for the next 2 years, big time money, like highest paid quarterback kind of money, something crazy. So I think he's gonna stay there. I don't think he's going to go division. I don't think he's going to trade. That's my opinion on him, for sure.
Yeah,
I think he's going to stay.
I was in between the retire and the stay in Green Bay. I just don't see him leaving at this point. I mean, even if you are
pending Devontae Adams, he'll come back, though. With Rodgers is there, he'll come back.
Right. Then, even if you are fed up with the situation in Green Bay, you just retire. It's as easy as that. I don't really see you going and playing for anybody else with being in Green Bay for so long. So I like the retire or stay in Green Bay, and I think he's got a couple years left. I don't think he's done yet. So I'm going to say
for sure not.
I'm going to say he resigns in Green Bay.
Not saying
as well. Let's go with Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, man.
Next quarterback.
He's definitely being traded. That's a guarantee.
I don't know. I've heard reports that Trey Lance isn't ready, and
no, they're starting Lance for sure. They think here's what the Niners have been learning over the past couple of years. They can learn that Jimmy can carry them, can just go along for the ride in the playoffs. But then when they need him to make a play, he can't make plays. So he's just they know what their ceiling is with him.
Cade McNamara compared to JJ McCarthy.
What's that?
Cade McNamara compared to JJ McCarthy.
Exactly. They see their peak with Garoppolo, and that's why they trade up for Lance, because they want to give him a year. They're going to let him off the leash this season for sure. I don't doubt that. They don't want to. Why would they keep Garoppolo as a backup and pay him all that money? They gave him a big time contract a couple of years ago. He's injury prone. I don't know if I had to pick a spot, man. Oh man.
I've heard some rumors.
Pittsburgh's a rumor. But, I mean, I'm trying to think of what teams would really trade for him.
Would you be pissed?
If the Steelers trade for him, 100%. Why would we trade?
Give him a first.
Oh, heck no. If we gave him a first-round pick, dude, I would be punching that ceiling right now. Right now. I don't want to trade anything for him.
Yeah.
Why would you trade draft picks for big time contract when I could get the same results with somebody way cheaper? So, but if he's gonna get traded anywhere, you know what? I'm gonna say, this is crazy. I'm gonna say Denver trades for him. Maybe Denver will try getting Rodgers and they won't get him. So then they'll settle with Jimmy G. Be like, well, he's better than Drew Lock. I'll say that much. He could get them to the playoffs. I believe that.
That's a very solid.
If he's healthy, I would say Denver. I'll go with Denver.
Jimmy G for me is also 100% getting traded. The reports, though, that Trey Lance isn't ready and all this stuff would be really interesting if they force him into action when there's people saying that he's not ready. Could just be rumors. Who knows? Well, only time will tell with that. But with Jimmy G, the Broncos made sense, but just to be fun, I'm going to say the Pittsburgh Steelers make a move. So Kurt's nightmare of Dwayne Haskins is just held off a little bit. It'll come, but
it's inevitable.
It's inevitably happening, but Jimmy G just will stall the progress of Dwayne Haskins playing for the Steelers. So if you missed that running joke, check out our previous episode. You'll see it one of those episodes. But Jimmy G to the Steelers. Give up a first. Give up Najee Harris. Why not?
Don't you dare say that.
Why not? Throw Najee Harris.
Throwing Najee.
TJ, Throw TJ in there too.
I would be sick.
Jimmy G's more than that.
I'd be sick.
Jimmy G in a second for TJ, Najee, and...
Oh man. I would walk to Pittsburgh and I would start some serious crap if they did that. I would walk to their office and be like, alright, Tomlin, this is why you need to go. Pack your stuff. I'm running house now. Look at me. I am the captain now.
I'm the captain now.
That one reference.
Wow.
Nah, but let's talk about, since we did mention him, let's finish off with Deshaun Watson. I think that's a weird spot, but I also don't see him. It's going to be interesting because with the whole allegation situation, how that's going to really play out, because I think that's why a lot of teams are kind of scared off about it right now. But Houston, I think, is definitely going to trade him because he does not want to play there. I don't blame him. I do not blame him. You look at his numbers, he's carried that team every year he's been there. Even when they sucked in 2020, he had a great season. I think he's going to get traded, but man, picking a spot, that is rough. Who's going to trade for him? Like, who would be an actual, like you see a team really train for him?
Man, I thought Miami.
Like a team that might be. I was thinking Miami too was the move.
If the Saints lose out on Jameis, the Saints could be a real contender for any of those guys. Garoppolo,
the Wilson,
Watson,
Russell
or Wilson.
Yeah.
They could end up being a contender for any of those guys as well. But that's only just kind of wait and see what happens. And there's some quarterbacks in the draft that are kind of intriguing at some different spots. For Deshaun Watson, for the sake of talking about it right now, let's say he gets traded to the Miami Dolphins, because that was a rumor.
Yeah.
Let's just say the Dolphins give up Tua and a first, right?
They'd have to get rid of Tua at that point. It's the only way it would make sense.
Yep.
I could
say Tua and a pick for Watson. So that's a pretty solid landing spot. I mean, Tua really wasn't bad, but I feel like Deshaun Watson with those weapons, Waddle, Devontae Parker,
Waddle,
they would get a running back.
Will Fuller.
They would definitely get a running back. Have Will Fuller back. Gesicki.
Mike Gesicki's a free agent, but yeah.
Oh, well. They'd probably bring some defensive free agents.
Yeah, Xavier Howard's there. But
they got good DBs.
They got Byron
Jones too.
I think he would run it in Miami.
Yeah.
The biggest problem would be in that division.
Yeah. That's just a rough division.
I don't know if he's going to be man over the Bills and Patriots.
I really thought the Patriots' reign was done, and they just grabbed another quarterback and just got their motherfucker going.
Well, yeah, they had their defense in check. With Belichick's always, he's just a good he's one of the best defensive-minded players.
He's going to go down as the greatest coach of all time, I think.
Probably. But they always have a solid defense, so Mac really was, he came in, he did what he had to do. He had some good games, but he had some bad games, but he's a rookie. But I could see that happening. Maybe it was. I mean, they did get rid of Brian Flores, so maybe they will.
I thought it maybe was just because of that connection. I thought that could also be the only reason he wanted to go to Miami, though, was to play for Brian Flores.
Yeah, maybe.
So
that makes sense.
Huh? Yeah, it'd be really interesting.
If not, the Dolphins, I don't know. It's just, there's so much smoke up in there. Nobody knows what's going to happen with anything. This is all just hypothetically speaking, though. So, yeah, I could see Miami.
All right, guys, and with us naming some quarterback landing spots, that will bring an end to episode 6 of the Made on Ridgeway Sports Podcast. We hope you guys enjoyed. Like us, comment, share.
Feedback.
Give us some feedback. Give us some questions. We'd love to hear what you guys want us to talk about. Potential topics. Follow us wherever you're watching. Subscribe if you're on YouTube. We're going to be, doing this for a while. Check out my podcast, Michigan Podcast, Trapped in Enemy Territory. I hope you guys enjoyed. That'll be linked in the description. Other than that, Kurt, you got anything else you want to add?
Nope. Hopefully everyone enjoyed the podcast. And yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed episode 6. another one of the Made on Ridgeway Sports podcast. And we'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Adios.